has been much turbulence in the Force.
I'm glad to see you alive, Jedi. We all are.
After the First Son's shield collapsed, we suddenly felt every child of the Emperor. Their darkness screams at us. They can never hide again.
And yet we didn't sense the First Son's death. Strange.
It wasn't necessary to kill him. Master CO broke the shield and is returned to us.
You overcame the willpower of the First Son of the Emperor?
Incredible. If CO's alive, we must bring him home to Tython immediately.
Are you sure that's wise, Satele?
CO faces a lifetime of keeping the First Son contained and coming to terms with himself. He needs you.
He will have all the support we can offer.
Children of the Emperor are fleeing. Imperials are leaderless.
The forces in Capital Square are en route. The Republic still has a fight, but with the Guardian holds retaken, we have an unshakable foothold.
It will be years before the Empire can muster an assault like this again.
And without the children of the Emperor, we have a chance to rebuild without fear. Return to Coruscant when you can. It's been necessary to elect a new Supreme Chancellor, and she will want to recognize all you have done.
Besade mohargask, bakavas, gurksasek, otrofelskodjek, lohasan mar krigsstulama, morta vrapsak, doskaskores, shiverskors, raporas tajava, kurkunskana, orefleksik varjo raunor, do unskka.
So you've not only trapped Venab into facing you, you've placed the law on your side. Good work.
Tornor basrum. Endektrus, Sankalis, Morta Vrapsak, Krasnopresaren Ognok, Brandergorsk, Skuvjeltras, Ortargorsk.
Venab will not surrender peacefully? What happens then?
Vajulambasarsk, Parsku Potrak, Bodorksk, Uttapolua, Relkemskuna, Raktels, Votraksrok, Telski, Drak. Ringhods look sad, Krakva Krenok, look Gachos. Besade mohargask, bakavas, gurksasek, otrofelskodjek, dosk tanga rasjak, shivertskorsk, gus, zonkalis, korra. Raporas tajava, kurkunskaka, orefleksik varjo raunor, do unskka. Afarsisi, Odortikcha, Morta Vrapsak, Gretas, Raporas Tajava, Kurkunskaka, Orefleksik Varjo Raunor, do Unskka.
I'd worry less about wasted time and more about what the Trandoshan elders will make of what you've done.
Ringhods Ruk Sas, Baskis. Garnis Hisaknak Onas, Skubjeltras, Orgakeran. Zevren Zizek. Vajulambasarsk, Parskupotrak. Modraksk. Kuntakolua. Misade mohardask. Bakadas. Gurksasek. Outrafelskojek.
So this is all a lie, but somehow you know a Wookiee was involved?
Skocharak mask osla. Spetod tranis. Kuntakolua. Yorska pokret. Bakadas. Spetod. Rasmukresare oglak. Tosk tanga rasjak. Shiverskorsk. Gus. Zomkelis. Korraa.
Ganakslis Jack Jash. Luktar Krivo Kirbenas. Gorakrades.
Misade mohardas. Bakadas. Gurksasek. Outrafelskojek.
Serving yourself has got dozens of Trandoshans killed, and risked countless more.
Tosha Lumchik Bakna. Shiverskorsk. Izademo. Yanor Forita.
Wajulambasas. Parskupotrak. Modraksk. Kuntakolua. Rankoras Kajaba. Kurkunska. Oreflex Vajo Raunor. Do Unska.
Ganakslis Scorpion.
Wajulambasas. Parskupotrak. Modraksk.
Kuntakolua.
Tosk tanga rasjak. Shiverskorsk. Gus. Zomkelis. Korraa.
Veneb was a deceiver and a murderer. Following him would only have led you down a dark path.
Misade mohardas. Bakadas. Gurksasek. Outrafelskojek.
Doskas Gores. Oreflex Vajo Raunor.
Lohasan mar klix tulanga. Rekkan remis. Avarsisi. Ordartikcha.
Antelvendes. Grelkems Unak Raptels. Gotraksok. Telski Krak.
They need guidance, Kaizen, and there is much you could teach them.
Tosk Tanga Rasjak. Shiverskorsk. Gus. Zomkelis. Korraa.
Perhaps the scorekeeper is rewarding you for your devotion and for stopping Veneb.
Lohasan mar klix tulanga. Morta Vrapsak. Doskas Gores. Shiverskorsk. Nornor Basruk. Endekrusk. Zankalis. Morta Vrapsak. Misade Mohardask. Bakadas. Gurksasek. Outrafelskojek.
They're helping these Trandoshans find a better future.
Lohasama. Ona. Skovjergeran. Yanor Forita. Izademo. Ragorand. Rakil Huglex. Nas.
Klixulamba. Ki rankoras. Skocharak mask osla. Spetod tranis.
Kuntakolua.
Yorska pokret.
Rasmukresare Oglak. Randergorsk. Skuvjertras. Ortargorsk. Rakva Krenok, Tajaba, Wajulambasas, Ganakslis Jack Jash, Luktar Krivo Kirbenas, Gorakrades, Olchegrabnar Arask, Yanor Forita, Natk, Ooja, Mortavrapsa.
Don't worry. You're intelligent, capable, and devout. Exactly the role model they need.
Bisadi Mohargas, Markargas, Gulksasek, Otrafels Kojek, Yanor Forita, Bisadimo, Ragorand, Rakiluglex.
You do honor to your goddess, Kaizen. Perhaps she'll grant you points for this.
Tosa Lumchik Patna, Shiver Stars, Bisadimo, Yanor Forita, Tornor Pasro, Endekrus, Sankalis, Mortavrapsak.
Jedi, Holiday and I have an announcement to make.
I don't think I've ever seen you looking so resolute.
We've become rather addicted to the adventuring life. So we've decided to stay with you indefinitely.
And my projected lifespan is long enough to keep you and any little Jedi out of trouble.
Thank you both. Very much.
Wherever you go, you can always rely on Holiday and myself.
That's a promise.
Can we talk? I had a dream about that ship where Father died, but its corridors went on forever. Father was calling and I couldn't find him. Everything I've lost. I meditate and study, but it still hurts. Shouldn't my training make this better?
Emotion, yet peace. These feelings will pass. Your inner peace cannot be lost unless you allow it.
It's hard to remember when you're crying in the middle of the night. Becoming a Jedi's not easy, is it?
I got word from home about the spaceport, remember? They wanted to demolish the Annex ruins and build it there?
There was some grumbling, but I think everyone's settled down now. I can't believe they really listened to me.
I feel like a diplomat now. But all this training, I still don't feel like a Jedi.
Negotiation and problem-solving skills are vital. You can't fix everything with a lightsaber.
I know, but it's more than that. I want to walk the same path you did. Go to Tython, see the Jedi Temple, follow where the ancient Jedi went. I wouldn't be gone long enough to explore, of course. I have all your maps from the ship's computer. I'm ready.
A sojourn on Tython would be good for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll get my things right away. You're the best. I mean, I appreciate your great kindness, Master. See you soon. Tython's not at all like I imagined. It was even more beautiful, peaceful, but wild too. I could sense something there, like the first Jedi who broke with the Order left some of that darkness behind.
Tell me what you've learned from going to Tython.
I don't know. I talked to other Padawans. I'm much further along than some of them. They even asked me questions. It's like Tython's a place where my powers and the Jedi teachings meet. Even if I wasn't your Padawan, there's somewhere I'd belong. Thank you for letting me go there. I'll never forget it.
How do you think my training's going?
Jedi training can only be judged over years, but you've made a very promising start.
I thought so. I feel different. More myself. I've got a level of control I've never had before. It's great. I want to keep going. Listen to this. A woman back home asked me for advice. From what she says, it sounds like our little boy is Force sensitive. She's asking what she should do for him, but I don't know what to tell her. She seems to think I know everything.
Knowledge is boundless, but comprehension is not.
Am I gonna start talking like this one day? Okay, I'll tell her I'm meditating on it. I'll come up with something.
Refugees are back on Balmora. Arrived just before polling started for opposition leader's post. Balmoran public got to see collaborators in chains. Got plenty of positive messages during the polls.
Those refugees still deserve a chance to prove their innocence.
Not my problem. Got my future to think of. Votes are in. I won, Nayland Fiskin lost. I'm opposition leader. Seat in government, everything. It feels good.
If you're opposition leader, won't you be returning to Balmora?
No. Can work in absentia until you're done gallivanting around. I wanted to thank you for your help. Couldn't have got that edge without you. Oh, and Greystar's journals? Put 2 blaster shots through the datapad. Destroyed. Like Greystar wanted.
I'm glad you chose to honor his wishes. Eventually.
All done living in the past. Future is what matters. Balmora's and mine.
Any chance I can use the ship's long-distance communication system for about an hour?
Is there somebody you're trying to reach?
Sorta. I want to put Milo's Lady Doctor into the Republic's database. I keep studying her picture, but nothing. I'm hoping it can jog something about her or that glowing box. I'm close, practically seeing her in my sleep.
Has her face triggered anything?
No. Everything between Altair and waking up in that cell is still a big fat blank. I'll let you know if anything comes back to me. Still no luck with the doctor's picture. I think it's time to admit defeat.
You must be the judge of that.
I won't give up looking for her, but I don't want to turn into Milo either. Her picture's in the Republic database, so I'm going to delete my copy. I've done all I can. I have a good situation here. I won't let the past mess it up. Hey. I've been meaning to ask, have you been in any major battles? Apart from Hoth, I mean.
When the Republic has needed my help, I've always been ready.
My postings haven't exactly been stellar, but I was there for the 8-hour invasion. Did my part, watched the Imperials slink away. I'm proud of that, though what we're doing seems more important, even if the historians never know. It's quite the fighting style you have. Looks like you sneaked a few combat manuals in amongst the history texts.
There is poetry and logic in battle.
I'm used to fighting in squads. Constant redeployments taught me to sync fast with whoever's at my shoulder. Now you know your tactics, but you're not afraid of your gut instinct either. I've tightened down my style to match. Might make the Imperials think twice the next time we're cornered. You're not gonna believe this. Remember Milo's talk about a glowing box and the Lady Doctor he was chasing? That Lady Doctor turns out to be real. She sent me a message.
Lieutenant Eraso, my name is Dr. Sarah Frey. I hear you've been looking for me. I've fled the Empire. Your search has put me in grave danger. But I imagine you won't be satisfied until you have answers. I am responsible for Milo Pelham's instability and your suffering. I could not refuse a Darth's orders.
Sounds like the Sith are involved in this.
The Sith Lord I once served, Darth Owzel, is a great scholar. He even advises the Dark Council. His speciality is ancient holocrons.
What's a holocron?
It's short for Holographic Chronicle. Both the Jedi and the Sith use them to store ancient knowledge.
The Dark Council trusted Darth Owzel to decipher a rare holocron for them, but Owzel saw a chance to keep its knowledge for himself. He wanted to copy the holocron into a person's mind.
The matrix of a holocron is far too complex to be mapped onto a person's brain.
Darth Owzel requisitioned 2 prisoners from the Empire. You, Lieutenant Areso, and your friend. The initial procedure was imperfect. Milo Pelham's mind simply collapsed under so much knowledge. But you were a great success.
A great success? She had a Sith library in my head.
Dr. Frey must have sealed the holocron's data from your conscious mind somehow.
Any Sith would kill for that holocron's knowledge. But no one will know it's there unless you tell them. All I have said is the truth. Now, please remove my image from the Republic database. I won't be safe until then. Lieutenant Felix. That's your name, isn't it? I'm sorry.
She's asking me to keep her safe? At least she's got a blasted sense of humor.
What happens now?
I need to think. Excuse me.
You'll be pleased to know I remain the most advanced steward droid in the galaxy. If that ever changes, I shall recommend a replacement.
This must be torture for you, huh? A library of ancient knowledge in my head and no way to reach it without me going crazy.
The teachings of madmen, murderers, or cantankerous old ghosts have little appeal for me.
So nothing you're planning to rummage for. Good to know. I won't pretend I like this. It's a massive risk for both of us. But I've carried this data for years and never knew a thing. Besides, if anything does go wrong, I have your expertise on hand.
I'm always here if you need me.
I doubt Republic Command will have a change of heart if I report this. My career's still going nowhere. But, so what? You have a cause worth fighting for. I want to see it through. I need to talk to you. I got a letter from Milo Pelham. Kinda rambling, but still sounds like he's getting better. Thing is, this letter has intel about the facility where we were held. He wants me to give the intel to SIS, but it's... you couldn't call it coherent.
Start a dialogue with Milo. Ask him questions about the facility. See if he's consistent, then decide.
Seems smart. Hey, it might even help him focus. I'll get to work on a reply. It's encouraging that he's able to write it all. Maybe there's hope for me, too.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, I present the SWTOR of the Jedi Order and defender of the Rift Alliance. In my predecessor's place, I have invoked the protocol of special requital, which ensures the Rift Alliance will be properly rewarded. Several billion credits for rebuilding, privileged access to new hyperspace routes, extra support for your armies. These are only the beginning.
Thank you, Supreme Chancellor. We sought only to serve.
The resources of the core worlds are stretched, but we will try to grant any additional requests you have.
What would serve you and your warriors best?
You wish to begin a colony? Of course. I'm sure there are plenty of worlds that would welcome you.
Hey. What about the Voss Commandos? And Gate & Co.?
Commandos will be honored. I hope for learning. New Jedi come to Voss. Mystics can teach.
The Mystics could greatly expand our conception of the Force.
We must be exceptionally careful who we expose to Voss ideas.
One Force. Jedi know dark and light. Mystics know gray. The pivot between. We can show.
The Rift Alliance no longer requires day-to-day oversight, but they'll need a spokesperson in the Senate. Someone invested with your authority.
Why, Supreme Chancellor, it'll be an honor.
Duin is a stabilizing influence. He would be ideal as our representative.
This is a small part of the greater victory you engineered, yet you've asked nothing for yourself. Your devotion to the light and your diplomatic talents make you perfect to fill the empty seat on the Jedi Council.
To me, that seat will always belong to Sio Bakarn.
Sio can never sit on the Council again. But he should know his position will be filled by someone utterly trustworthy.
But this is only a small reward beside the great service you have done for all of us.
We all suffered under the Emperor's onslaught, but we have not only survived, we have grown. The Republic is entering a new age, and in victory our values, justice, compassion, equality, grow even more important.
At least let us boast a little, Jedi.
Aaron, shush. I want to record this.
But in the end, this success belongs to all of us. May that spirit of cooperation continue. Thank you.
May the Force be with you. Always.
Providing you with the highest level of service is my greatest pleasure, Master. And I am not just programmed to say that.
Coming from you, that's quite a compliment, Kaizen. This is a great goodness. I don't know what to say.
been thinking about home. The training's helped me be honest with myself.
I'm not going back. I'll be their representative. But too much has happened for me to just settle there again. And I'm happy about that.
You've given me a new life. All I want is to see the next horizon and keep learning with you.
With that attitude, you might find yourself on the council someday. Or going even further.
And you'll get a paragraph or two in my biography. Come on, time's wasting and there's so much to do. While you were fighting out there, I could feel it.
Like I was sharing your weapon and your injuries. But I was still myself too.
Sometimes, a master and a Padawan build up such a strong rapport, the Force flows through them as one.
I read about them, but actually experiencing one. It wasn't a bad feeling, just odd. Being connected to the Force on 2 levels, it might be fun to feel it again.
Wanted to let you know. Kind of enjoyed working with you. Not often my comrades survive this long.
I'm glad to be the exception to that particular rule.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, I just wanted to say I trust you. So I'd better stick around, keep you alive. Trustworthy people are hard to come by.
So, I was doing some thinking. And my thinking is, this is the best posting I've ever had.
We'd never have come so far without your help.
I want you to know I'm with you to the end. Win or lose. I'd rather be your lieutenant than a Republic colonel. Doesn't matter what comes next for us. I've got your back. You ever think about the future? Like where you'd want to end up when all this is over?
The Jedi Temple will always be home to me.
My guys on Hoth always talked about going home, but for me, home was some refugee camp they closed years back. Besides, who could settle in just one world? There's always more to see. Maybe that's my retirement. Swap the blaster for a ship, start seeing the galaxy. Assuming this Sith data in my head doesn't start leaking.
Even if it becomes a problem, I'm sure we could find a way to help you.
We'll figure it out. We always do. It's good to know there's someone I can always count on.